Captain Damon Rourke stood at the helm of the black ship, staring into the endless black of uncharted space. Here, the stars didn't shine. Just darkness pressing in, silent and complete. His instincts screamed that this sector was different, dangerous. "Captain," Elias Trent's voice crackled over the calm, tight with unease. "Sensors are picking up something unusual. I don't recognize it." Rourke didn't answer immediately. The ship's instruments flickered with strange readings, shapes moving where nothing should exist. "Show me," he said finally, voice low and controlled. A derelict vessel appeared on the view screen, huge, scarred, drifting silently. Its design was unlike anything human or known alien. "It looks abandoned," Elias said, though uncertainty laced his tone. Rourke's gut tightened. "Prepare a boarding team. Leora, Malik, you're with me. Trent, stay here. Keep the engines ready for a fast jump." As the black ship closed in, the crew felt the oppressive weight of the void. Boarding pods detached, moving toward the derelict. Rourke led the team through the airlock, lights cutting narrow beams through darkness. The corridors twisted, metallic and alien. Faint glowing glyphs pulsed along the walls, almost alive. Rourke signaled caution. "Stay sharp. Something doesn't want us here." The team advanced carefully. Leora's scanner beeped rapidly. "Captain, this tech, it's decades beyond ours." Before Rourke could reply, the ship shuddered. Shadows moved along the walls, disappearing before they could be fully seen. Malik shouted, "Movement!" Something unseen watched them. A low hum vibrated through the corridor, growing louder. Leora's scanner went wild, energy levels capable of destroying the black ship. Rourke signaled retreat, but the corridors had shifted. The derelict wasn't dead. It was alive, and it was hunting them. Back on the black ship, Trent noticed the sudden drop in life signs. "Captain!" The boarding team, no response. Inside the derelict, shadows followed the team. The hum intensified. Rourke forced himself forward, voice firm. "Stay together. No matter what, don't panic." They rounded a corner into a massive chamber. A black sphere floated in the center, pulsing rhythmically, as if alive. It sent tendrils of energy lashing outward, probing the team. Rourke realized the truth. The derelict wasn't just alien. It was intelligent, and it wanted something from them. Survival would require courage, cunning, and speed. Above, the black ship waited, fragile and silent in the void. Inside the derelict, something ancient had awakened. For Rourke and his crew, the journey into the void had only begun. The black ship drifted silently above the derelict, engines humming like a heartbeat in the void. Elias Trent's hands danced over the controls, scanning, scanning again. Nothing. The silence was absolute, yet it pressed on them like a physical weight. Inside the derelict, Captain Damon Rourke and his team moved cautiously. Every step echoed in the metallic corridors. Leora Vance's scanner beeped sporadically, picking up residual energy traces that seemed alive. Malik Shaw, usually confident, gripped his rifle so tightly his knuckles whitened. "Something's here," Rourke whispered, eyes scanning the shadows. "I can feel it." Suddenly, the corridor ahead pulsed with light. Shapes flickered, too fast to identify. The air seemed to thicken. The team froze. Even the hum that had been constant now had a rhythm, almost like a heartbeat responding to their presence. "Captain, sensors are going haywire," Leora said. "It's adapting." Before anyone could react, the derelict shuddered violently. Rourke stumbled but caught himself. Malik shouted, Incoming! A pulse of energy slammed into the wall beside them, leaving scorch marks on the metal. They were under attack. From something invisible. Retreat! Rourke barked. The team turned, but the corridor seemed to twist around them. Their exit wasn't where it had been a moment ago. The ship was alive, and it wasn't letting them leave. Back on the black ship, Trent noticed the sudden spike in energy readings. Captain! Something's happening down there. Life signs are fluctuating. They're in danger. Rourke's mind raced. Leora, Malik, cover me. We push forward. We find the source. The team advanced, weapons raised, every sense alert. The walls pulsed again, shadows writhing as if alive. Leora's scanner blared. It's huge. Energy signatures beyond anything human-made. Whatever this is, it's watching us. A door ahead hissed open, revealing a chamber filled with floating shards of alien metal, spinning in a gravity-defying pattern. The black sphere from before hovered in the center, tendrils of energy reaching outward. Each pulse made the walls hum. Rourke took a deep breath. We take it down, or it takes us. Malik aimed, but the tendrils of energy moved too fast, deflecting every shot. The sphere's presence was oppressive, probing their minds. Fear prickled at the edges of Rourke's thoughts, but he forced it down. Humans survived because they adapted. They fought. Suddenly, a massive burst of energy erupted from the sphere, hurling the team backward. Rourke slammed against the wall, pain shooting through his shoulder. Leora hit the floor hard, her scanner sparking violently. Malik scrambled to his feet, pulling them both toward the exit. "Move! Now!" Rourke yelled, forcing himself upright. They raced down the corridor, but the derelict resisted at every turn. Hallways shifted, walls constricted, shadows lunged from corners. The ship was a predator, and they were its prey. Trent's voice crackled over the comm. "Captain, I'm picking up fragments of their location. Hold on, I'll get you out." Rourke gritted his teeth. He could feel the intelligence behind the attacks, cold, calculated, and ancient. The black ship might be their only lifeline, but even it could be powerless if the derelict decided to claim them. They rounded another corner and froze. The chamber ahead was massive, its ceiling lost in shadow. The black sphere floated in the center, radiating a pulse that made the air vibrate. Energy tendrils lashed outward again, testing their defenses, probing their resolve. "Stand your ground!" Rourke shouted. "We are human. We survive. We fight." Leora's scanner beeped frantically. "Captain, it's reacting to us. It's learning." The team braced as the sphere's tendrils shot toward them. Rourke dove, dragging Malik and Leora behind a fallen beam. Sparks flew as energy struck metal. The chamber shook violently. The derelict was no longer just a ship. It was a trap, a sentient machine designed to hunt intruders. Rourke's jaw tightened. They couldn't retreat. Not yet. Survival depended on speed, cunning, and courage beyond anything they had faced. Above them, the black ship waited, a fragile lifeline in the cold void. And somewhere deep inside the derelict, something ancient and intelligent had fully awakened. For Rourke and his crew, the silent ambush was only the beginning. Captain Damon Rourke's lungs burned as he dragged Leora and Malik through the twisting corridors of the derelict. The black ship waited above, silent and distant, but every second spent inside this alien predator brought them closer to danger than retreat. Leora's scanner beeped uncontrollably. "Captain, these energy signatures, they're not just alive. They're intelligent. Whoever built this, or whatever built this, it's watching our every move." Rourke clenched his jaw. I know. And it's learning. We need to find a way to fight back fast. The team entered a chamber that seemed different from the rest. Larger, almost cathedral-like, with walls covered in alien glyphs pulsing in a dim, eerie light. Strange symbols shifted subtly, like the patterns were alive, rearranging themselves as if reacting to their presence. Malik swallowed hard. It's beautiful, in a terrifying way. Don't get distracted, Rourke warned. This beauty kills. Leora's scanner pinpointed a massive concentration of energy at the center of the room. Floating above the floor was a sphere, black, pulsating, radiating power that seemed to resonate with the entire ship. The same sphere they had encountered earlier, but larger, more menacing. Tendrils of energy arced outward, probing the room, testing boundaries, learning. Rourke took a cautious step forward. It's studying us, like we're specimens. Whatever it is, it's not human, and it's not going to stop until it knows everything about us. A sudden pulse of energy shot from the sphere, throwing the team back. Sparks and debris rained down. Malik shouted, scrambling to protect Leora. Captain, we can't hold it. Rourke rose to his feet, ignoring the pain shooting through his shoulder. He couldn't let fear control them. We adapt. We survive. That's what humans do. Leora's eyes widened as her scanner registered something new. Captain, there are traces of technology here, human tech, but it's mixed with something else, something alien. Whoever this was, they weren't just advanced. They were experimenting, and I think some of it still functions. Rourke's mind raced. Then we find it. We use it. It might be our only chance. The sphere's tendrils lashed again, and Rourke narrowly avoided being struck. Each pulse felt like it was probing their very thoughts, reading their fears, their instincts, their strategy. Stay focused, he barked. It can't control what it doesn't understand. Malik pointed to a console embedded in the wall, covered in alien symbols but glowing faintly. Maybe that's it. That might be the control mechanism. Rourke nodded. Leora, can you interface? She approached cautiously, scanners in hand. The glyphs shifted under her touch, almost like the ship was resisting her. Sweat beaded on her forehead. It's reacting to me, trying to block me. But I think I can get partial access. The sphere pulsed violently, and the entire room shivered. Shadows stretched along the walls, forming shapes that resembled figures watching them from the darkness. The intelligence behind the ship was fully aware of their attempt. Do it, Rourke yelled. Whatever happens, don't stop. Leora's fingers flew over the console. Energy arcs danced across her hands as the interface reacted, flickering between alien and human signals. Finally, a panel slid open, revealing a crystalline core, humming with power. The energy from the sphere shifted slightly, as if reacting to her touch, measuring, recalibrating. Rourke gritted his teeth. That's it. That's what we need. If we can control that core, we might be able to neutralize it, or at least buy time to escape. Malik kept watch as shadows moved in the corners, tendrils of energy lashing closer. Hurry, Leora. It's not giving us much time. The sphere pulsed again, brighter, more aggressive. For a moment, it felt like the room itself could collapse around them. The black ship hovered above the derelict, fragile against the black void. Every system flickered nervously, the result of the sabotage that had struck like a hidden blade from within. Captain Damon Rourke's eyes narrowed at the readouts from Elias Trent. Life support fluctuations. Engine glitches. Sensor disruptions. Someone on the bridge had betrayed them. "Captain, there's interference in the controls." Trent's voice crackled over calm. "It's deliberate. Someone's overriding systems, and I can't fully isolate it." Rourke's stomach twisted. "What are you saying?" "There's a traitor aboard the black ship," Trent replied, tension thick in his voice. "And they're feeding data to the derelict. Everything about our movements, our energy signatures. It's all being monitored." Rourke gritted his teeth, jaw tight. His crew had faced alien intelligence before, but now the threat was twofold, external and internal. He glanced at Malik Shaw, who stood tense, hand hovering over his rifle. "Malik, you were on the bridge earlier. Did you?" "I had nothing to do with it." Malik snapped, eyes darting around. But there was a flicker, a hesitation that Rourke noticed immediately. The derelict's oppressive presence seemed to amplify every fear, every hidden thought. "Captain, I think the traitor is feeding the ship data. Whoever it is, they're testing us." Rourke's gaze hardened. "Then we find them. No hesitation. No mistakes. The derelict doesn't forgive weakness, and neither will I." Inside the alien vessel, corridors pulsed and twisted as though the derelict was alive, responding to the human betrayal. Shadows stretched along the walls, reaching, probing. Leora Vance's scanner blared wildly. "Captain, the sphere. It's reacting. Faster. Stronger. It's angry at the interference from above. We don't have much time." Rourke's voice was calm, sharp. "Then we adapt. We fight. That's what humans do." The team pushed forward, navigating corridors that shifted like living metal. Each step felt heavier, every shadow potentially fatal. Sparks danced along the walls as residual energy arcs from the sphere flared unpredictably, striking randomly. Malik fired at the nearest tendril of energy, the pulse ricocheting harmlessly. The derelict was testing them, not just physically but mentally. It knew fear, hesitation, and now betrayal. "Captain, sensors detect multiple energy surges coming from above," Leora said. "Someone's manipulating the black ship's systems while we're down here. Life support, comms, even emergency pods. Everything is compromised." Rourke's pulse quickened. "Then we neutralize it. Whoever the traitor is won't get another chance." They turned a corner into a massive chamber. The black sphere hovered in the center, tendrils stretching outward like sentient fingers, pulsing with raw, intelligent energy. Shadows writhed across the floor, forming shapes that resembled watching figures. The derelict itself seemed alive, aware, calculating. Rourke glanced at his team. "This is it. Stay focused. Every second counts. The ship above is compromised, but down here, we survive or we die." Malik's voice was low, almost a whisper. "Do you think the traitor is one of us?" "Doesn't matter," Rourke said. "Right now, we're one team. Trust is all we have left, and we can't waste it on doubt." The sphere pulsed violently, lashing energy tendrils at the walls. Sparks flew, metal groaned, and the air hummed with power. Leora ran toward a console embedded in the alien walls, her hands moving quickly over the glowing glyphs. "I can try to interface, but it's resisting. The sphere knows I'm trying to override it." "Do it!" Rourke shouted, planting himself near her, rifle ready. "We either take control or we die here." The sphere reacted, tendrils whipping toward them. Shadows lunged along the walls, shapes twisting, testing their resolve. Malik fired precise bursts, each shot ricocheting off a tendril, buying them seconds. The derelict pulsed in rhythm with the black ship's disrupted systems above, a cruel symphony of alien and human interference. Leora's fingers moved frantically. Symbols shifted, twisting into patterns she could barely comprehend. The sphere's pulses became erratic, disoriented, but still dangerous. "Almost there," she cried. "Just a little longer." A massive energy pulse slammed into the chamber, throwing all three to the floor. Sparks and shards of metal rained down. Rourke slammed himself up, dragging Leora with him. "Keep going. We're so close." Finally, the console responded. A faint hum ran through the chamber, the sphere's tendrils retracting slightly. The alien intelligence faltered, confused by Leora's intervention. The derelict paused, as if recalibrating. Rourke exhaled, shoulder burning from previous impacts. "Good. That's enough to give us an opening." Malik's eyes scanned the corridor, still tense. "We can use this to get out, but the traitor above isn't finished." Rourke nodded grimly. "Then we survive, and we confront them later. Right now, we focus on the derelict. Adapt, fight, and trust in each other. That's all we have." The shadows lingered, stretching along the walls, observing, calculating. The sphere pulsed quietly now, dormant for the moment, but still aware. The black ship's compromised systems flashed warnings, a reminder that danger waited on every level. Alien intelligence below, human treachery above. Rourke's hand tightened on his rifle. "We've survived worse," he said, voice low but steady. "And we will survive this. But make no mistake. The fight is far from over. The derelict is awake, the traitor is still out there, and the universe is bigger and deadlier than any of us imagined." For the crew of the black ship, betrayal and survival had intertwined, and only their courage, adaptability, and trust would see them through the darkness ahead. The corridors of the derelict trembled beneath the crew's boots as Captain Damon Rourke led his team deeper into the alien vessel. The black sphere pulsed in the center of a massive chamber ahead, its tendrils reaching outward like a living storm, thrumming with an intelligence that seemed to probe their very thoughts. Every pulse vibrated through the walls, the floor, even their bones, testing fear, hesitation, and resolve. "Captain," Leora Vance's voice trembled, eyes fixed on her scanner. "Energy levels from the sphere are spiking exponentially. It's awake, fully. It's reacting to every interference from above, and it's angry." Rourke's jaw tightened. "Then we finish this now. No hesitation. No mistakes. One step wrong and we die." He scanned Malik Shaw, whose hands gripped his rifle so tightly his knuckles were white. "Ready." Malik nodded, though his eyes betrayed the tension that ran through the entire crew. "Always." The chamber stretched impossibly high, shadows clinging to the edges like living creatures. The sphere floated above the floor, black and pulsating, tendrils snaking outward with precise intent. Sparks of alien energy danced along the walls, lashing at every nearby surface. The derelict's corridors had become a predator, alive with intelligence that anticipated every move. "Leora, the console," Rourke said. "If we can interface with it, even partially, we might destabilize the sphere. We can't fight it head-on. It's too powerful." The console glowed faintly with alien glyphs, pulsing in rhythm with the sphere. Leora's fingers flew across the surface, adapting her human interface tools to the alien tech. Symbols shifted and twisted under her touch, attempting to block her access, but she pressed on. I think I can partially override it," she said. "But one mistake, and it'll fry the system, or us." Rourke's gaze hardened. "Then we move together. Every second counts." Suddenly, the sphere erupted in a massive pulse, energy tendrils striking outward. The team was thrown to the floor. Sparks and shards of metal rained down as the chamber vibrated violently. Malik fired, disrupting some of the energy arcs, buying precious moments. Shadows along the walls twisted, forming shapes that seemed to watch and anticipate, probing their minds, testing every instinct. "Keep going!" Rourke shouted, dragging Leora upright. "We either control it or we die here." Leora's hands moved faster, overriding the alien interface with human ingenuity. The sphere reacted violently, tendrils lashing toward them in unpredictable bursts. The room shuddered, walls twisting, almost collapsing in on them. But gradually, the pulse of the sphere faltered, its energy erratic, unstable. "Almost there," Leora gasped, sweat streaming down her face. "Just a few more seconds." Rourke planted his boots firmly. "We don't wait. Push." Malik fired precise bursts at the nearest tendrils. Sparks flew as alien energy collided with human weaponry. The tendrils flinched, retreating slightly, but the sphere's presence still dominated the chamber. With a final surge of effort, Leora's override succeeded. The sphere shuddered violently, tendrils retracting as it lost focus. Its once precise, deadly movements became chaotic, and the shadows along the walls seemed to hesitate. Rourke exhaled, shoulder throbbing from earlier impacts. "Good. That should give us the edge." "Captain," Leora panted, scanning the chamber, "we've bought time, but this isn't over. The core. Whoever built this, they're still out there. And they'll know we survived." Rourke's eyes narrowed. "Then we survive. That's what humans do. We adapt, we fight, and we don't stop." Malik lowered his rifle slightly, but remained tense. "The derelict's intelligence. It's alive in a way I've never seen. It learns from us. If we leave, it'll remember everything." Above them, the black ship roared to life, engines blazing. The traitor's interference had been partially neutralized, though one saboteur remained hidden. Every system flickered with warnings, a reminder that danger waited on all fronts, alien intelligence below and human treachery above. The team moved toward the extraction point. The derelict, sensing their movement, pulsed in rhythm with their footsteps, as though it were alive and aware of their plan. Shadows clung to every corner, tendrils arcing unpredictably. The chamber trembled, metal groaning, warning them that the alien intelligence had not been destroyed, only stalled. Rourke's hand tightened on his rifle. "We survived worse than this. We'll survive this. But make no mistake, the derelict isn't finished with us. And neither are the people who betrayed us." Leora interfaced one last time with the console, stabilizing the alien core enough for their extraction pod to dock. Sparks and energy arcs flared once more, but the override held, giving the team the precious seconds they needed. Rourke glanced back at the sphere. Its black surface pulsed slowly, almost contemplatively, like a beast acknowledging a worthy opponent. "Remember this," he said quietly. "The universe is full of monsters. We just woke one." The extraction pod engaged. The black ship shuddered as the team was pulled back aboard, the derelict shrinking behind them in the void. The sphere remained, dormant for now, but its awareness lingered, like a predator that had tasted resistance. Rourke exhaled, eyes scanning the crew. Exhausted, battered, but alive. "We've won this battle," he said, voice low but steady. "But the war is only beginning." The black ship lifted from the derelict, engines flaring. Outside, the void was endless, silent, and hiding new dangers. Shadows remained, patient, aware, and unyielding. For Rourke and his crew, Volume 1 had ended, not with triumph, but with survival. They had faced alien intelligence, human betrayal, and the abyss itself. But the true test, the awakening of the black ship, was only just beginning.